Hey, what's up everyone? My previous video shut off prematurely. It shut off unexpectedly, but I basically got what I wanted to say completed through the video. And this one is going to be about reality glitches, which relates to several of us in this community. So I'm going to share something that happened many years ago. One of which when I was in, let's see, early years of high school. I think it was my 9th grade year. And the other one might have happened during my 10th grade year. And one of them happened during earlier childhood. So in high school, I had come back home and I was walking down the road. And I remember this one particular scenario when I went for a walk and I decided to walk for a bit, just a little ways down the road, and all of a sudden I hear, if you remember that sound that used to be on the VHSs at the end of like Disney VHSs, or I guess it was like Winnie the Pooh tapes. There was a sound that many 90s children will remember on the VHSs. If you listened through to the entire end, you would hear it in the very beginning and in the end. It was meaning beginning and completion of the VHS tape, and when they were making it or whatever, they would hear this. You would hear this they said it was the dial-up tone of the time, but it was it would go burp, burp, that sound that you would always wonder why you heard it. This computer little typing or phone sound, whatever. And that's the sound that I heard when I was younger, right above me. And then, let's see, actually, I think my 10th grade year, this is when I had walked just outside, and I had walked off the porch, and I'd gone onto the sidewalk, and I was about to go into the driveway, when all of a sudden I hear this keyboard typing. Like, suddenly I hear, like that, just, it goes, like some typing, just like that. It's as if you can just suddenly hear. And I was like, what the heck is that? It was a strange feeling. I could hear this. And that was another situation. Another time as I heard this. And that was, I think, also 2011 or 12. I can't remember the exact year at this point. But I heard like a camera sound when these beings that I was witnessing took place with various activity. And let's see, there was another, when I was a child, I would get into these, I've always been beyond what people, I could do things beyond what people comprehend and understand at times, and I posted a few videos about that. I'll share some other things that I think there's something that, I don't know, I'm supposed to be something, and it is something that's important, but I don't know what right now. But anyway, back to this, and there's been many examples of, like, proof of that. But back when I was a child, someone was visiting, and I just got into these stares a lot of times, and I would get into this strange energy. And I would literally I would forget what all took place during that period of time. One of the situations is I suddenly just walked out the door, walked outside. And as I was walking, I could remember coming to after the roof of the porch had just flown off and spun. What happened was I came to as I was walking with my arms to my side and staring at the roof. And then I came to and realized what was going on. But it's like I was controlling it. And the porch roof, they just said, oh, it was a whirlwind. There was no clouds. There was not a cloud in the sky. It was a clear sunny day, blue skies. You know that feeling summer used to have, the feeling that it's kind of hard to explain, that childhood summer feeling that summer break always had, and the summer blue skies, everything, it had a different feel back then. It's had it a few more times this year, which summer has really extended this year. But it had it a few more times, but it's not like it was when I was a child. But I would suddenly get this feeling, and I would kind of blank out completely. Just black out, and not black out as in like, it's just I lost my entire consciousness, but something else was working through me. And it would just channel through me, and I just lost whatever. I mean, I wasn't even in this human mind right now, like I am now. And I was walking, and the roof had just come off, and then just spun, and then landed on the gutters, and just laid sideways right against the house, hanging, just dangling on the. And Mama got out there so quickly. She said she just left her body. I know she got out there very quickly. She said she was faster than her body. It felt like she was leaving her body to get to me. And she was very worried. And then all of a sudden I came to, and she hugged me, and then yeah, that's what happened. And another time I was walking in elementary school. This was in 2nd grade, and my teacher had said, she said, it was like, hey! She was shouting my name, and she was yelling for me to come to, because I was following alongside this very long snake, a very large snake, and I was just following alongside it. I don't know, I just suddenly came to and started I came to as I was following it. I don't know whether the snake had charmed me or what, but it had done something, and suddenly I was being led to wherever this snake was going. And it was one of those snakes that had the ring around its neck, just kind of like this. It's like they have that around their neck, and that's the snake. And they got that long thing. That's what the snake had done, and it was just slithering, just pretty as you please, just like that. And then it had its head way up, and I was just following alongside it, just with my arms to my side, like it was trying to lead me to this tree in the distance, and it was going to lead me behind this tree, and I don't know what was going to happen, but I came to, and then, I mean, let's see, crap, it was crazy. She just was leading me. I mean, she was telling me, just shouting my name, and I didn't hear it at all. I don't even remember any of the previous moments before that. I don't even remember how I found the snake, how the snake found me. I don't even remember seeing the snake, and I just remember coming to, everyone was panicking. And I was just as calm as could be, and I had no idea that they didn't know where that snake came from. They didn't have any idea. And I had no idea that this very large snake was following alongside with me, and I was following it to the big tree, what we always call the big tree, on the playground. We went everywhere then, though. It was so different than it is now. They let us go more places, but yet they did and they didn't. Some of the teachers did and some of them didn't. The rest of them were very hateful to me. They just didn't like me, period. But it was crazy, all of these glitches in reality that I've witnessed. From that strange noise above me to me, not only that, but me controlling reality and manipulating things. Nature, wind, rain, the sky, just every once in a while, leaves and plants, and manipulating events to take place and certain things, but especially when I'm nervous or stressed. I can't do it all the time. It's just where I would do some crazy things. You know, I would make things definitely work out for me if I could. But it's just the mind over matter situations that's happened to me have been pretty amazing sometimes. I'll just put it that way. But other times, like, I have blanked out completely and didn't remember anything that happened. And all I know is that I came to, and that roof was doing that. I had my arms by my side. One time I made a gust of wind happen. I told this girl that was friends with me at the time in school, and I told her, I said, look, I promise you, and I was telling her I'm a witch, that I had these, and I said, actually, the male version of a witch would be a warlock, but I just stated that out of nowhere because I was able to do this strange stuff. And then I just said, I'll prove it. And I told her made this gust of wind come out of nowhere, put my hands out, and it went, and she was like, the teacher said, oh my goodness, everyone hold on to the railing. Hold on to the railing, single file. And that wind, it was on a sunny, clear day. And I said, see, I proved it. And she was just like, I was so certain that it would be. She was like, whoa. And I did that. I made people like disappear out of nowhere and just kind of distract the classroom. And I've made weird things happen, spirit activity in there, in the classroom. I've had higher senses and seen and heard things through my life. I've known about things, these number synchronicities, 1111, 222, 333, 444, 555, all of that. Mama's witnessed that as well. the number synchronicities, the angel numbers, the whatever you want to call these things, these events, these awakening numbers, and some call them ascension numbers, some call them awakening numbers, some say it's telling us that our time is here. Our mama witnesses 444 and 555 a lot, and 222, especially those numbers, 2, 4, and 5 a lot, and I witness 1111 and those numbers as well, synchronicities like that. But the roof falling like that, and then me coming to, and then the snake, I was following it, and then me coming to, and then everyone hollering for me to come back. I was like, what's the danger, what? And then just causing strange things to happen, especially when I would just kind of blank out, just go blank. I would go blank, that's the words, go blank. And I would also cause strange things to happen, will strange things to happen whenever I would become very dark, especially. But a lot of times I would just forget sometimes what happened. Just literally, I was like something else was channeling through me. And I've had people look at me like there's something, I'll share that in another video, but something, especially other cultures, a lot of times, but also people, even believers in Christ even, have come to me and told me that I'm something that's supposed to be used. But yeah, used as something very important. But I'll talk about that another time in another video. But these reality glitches, I heard that, and that typing, that right above my head when I was walking down the road from the driveway, that typing. And then when I was walking down the road at one time, I heard that noise, and then the typing like that when I was walking from the sidewalk to the driveway. So these are various reality glitches and reality situations. Matrix, whatever you want to call that, strange universe situation, simulation situation, simulation situation, simulation situation, simulation situation. Anyway, I've done that. I've stated that before. Yeah. Give your thoughts on all this. I don't want to go too far, so I'm going to end it here. And I don't want to rattle on or ramble on too long. So if you'd like to show your support by a donation, the PayPal link is below. Anything from $1 up helps out more than you'll ever know. So, no one's donated in a while, but if you feel like doing so, feel free to do so. I love you all so much. Feel free to like, share, subscribe, and comment with your comments in the comment section below. Said comment a lot, didn't I? Anyway, also, my email is below for this channel as well. Peace, everyone. This has been another Reality Glitches video and Mind Over Matter situation video, as well as some strange things that I've heard of that reminds you of a simulated situation, or simulation situation, which that's not necessarily the direction I go. I believe in God, so I believe that God has created, you know what I believe, and I believe that, well, several things that I'll share in another video, but I do believe that things are glitching as well, because those sounds that I heard, I've also heard, I was laying in the bed, and back when the cat that we used to have, he was very spiritually connected, and he was a gift to us. He just appeared. I mean, he was just born. I mean, not appeared, but born. He was a coon cat. He was born as a gift to us. And suddenly in the bed, at the edge of the bed, I hear this loud electric guitar going, strummed, and then goes, hitting the ground right at the foot of the bed. And I heard it, and I just looked up like, what? I was like, what the heck? I was a little child. I was probably 12, maybe 11 or 12. I was young. And I heard that, and it freaked me out. And I plainly heard it at the edge of the bed. And I used to hear heavy metal and rock music. I used to hear music in my ears and frequencies. The Schumann resonance, all these frequencies. I used to hear this music. Just while I was laying down in the bed, lying there, I could hear music. And sometimes it would be very distracting. And I've always worn earplugs, so even with earplugs when I go to sleep, and even with earplugs, I even heard it. It was in my mind, in my head, in my ears. I'd take the earplugs out, and I could hear it even more, just kind of this frequency and music. And it's like I was hearing the radio, hearing radio frequencies in my head and in my ears. And sometimes when you put earplugs in, it's like, nope, it's still going to happen. And you hear these words and phrases and voices speaking to you. Sometimes you hear your voice from the past and all kinds of things. I mean, I would even hear things that I've stated in the past happening again. And it's sometimes spirits and other things, so many different things that I've witnessed. But these reality glitches where I heard the typing and the computer sounds, that's very strange, but it has happened. It is amazing that our reality, our existence, is similarly, according to quantum mechanics and quantum physics and science, the current theories that they have. Theoretical physics states that our universe is governed and works by, or this universe, we don't own it, we don't own this world. That's why I say this world instead of our world, because it's not our world, we're just living in it. We're a part of it. And the earth is living. It is living. Everything is living. It's all a part of a living entity, living being. It is a sentient living being. This entire thing is, we all are a part of a living structure. But it is amazing to think about the fact that our universe, well, I should say this universe, or the multiverse, the realities, the universes themselves, the universe itself, is governed by similar mathematical laws and principles to what we would do when we go to make technology or simulations or computer algorithms. The algorithms that we make, the devices that we use, and the electronics that we use, and everything functions in a very similar way. Not only the way the human consciousness and human brain works, which is still a mystery to many, by the way, it's still being studied, but the human mind, technology, the universe, and the grid itself, everything as a whole, work very similarly. And we almost fashioned and modeled things after a very similar way to what the already governed mathematical laws and principles and algorithms are already running as, are already functioning, I should say, already in place functioning. And some things they've discovered recently that don't seem to go by those set laws and principles. But those types of things that govern existence are very similar to what governs technology that we create. And they use similar algorithms and things. But that's just a thought of mine. I just thought it was interesting. And a lot of design and thought went into creation and existence. And sometimes I wish things could be better, but it happens. The ups and downs of existence. I suppose we experience the negative and the bad, so we know how good it is, and how we can appreciate how well it feels to experience the high moments, the higher moments, the positive moments. We experience the lows to know how good the highs feel. We experience the negatives to know how good the positive feels. We experience the lower parts so we can know how good that the high points and the good points in life feel. And we can appreciate them more, I suppose. Maybe that's why in this 3D existence. Anyway, but there's so many different laws and principles, and then the same applies to technology, and it's pretty amazing to think about. So that, coupled with those strange sounds that I've heard, computer type sounds, it's just quite something to think about. Alright, I'm going to end the video here. So like I stated, the smallest of the largest can help out. Links below to that, as well as my email for this channel. Like, subscribe, and share, and comment with your own experiences, and feel free to let you know what you think of mine. Peace and much love. And let's combat all the negativity with love. Sweet kindness is what I'm trying to say. Put out much love. Peace, everyone. Signing out.